going to start this 2021 preview with the planet that's farthest out, furthest away from us, and the one that was discovered the most recently, and that would be the planet Pluto. Now, I understand that Pluto has been recently demoted to not a planet anymore, but for the purposes of sidereal astrology and giving these planets the characteristics of archetypal elements of human behavior, we can still consider Pluto a planet, and we'll treat it that way for the purposes of our predictions for 2021. Now, you might remember that the planet Jupiter crossed Pluto 3 times in 2020. Now, this is symbolically the planet Jupiter representing growth and expansion, and maybe our tendency to move toward more freedom, crossing through the fires of calcination, burning away impurities 3 times in 1 year. This is fairly unusual, as Jupiter takes about 12 years to make its way around the entire zodiac. And in order for it to cross 3 times, it had to be timed correctly with the retrograde cycle. And this happened in front of the constellation of Sagittarius, which is, astrologically speaking, a fire sign. Sagittarius, from my perspective, is that realm in the zodiac where consciousness goes in order to acquire an education, in order to learn. Pluto, moving through the realm of Sagittarius, is the fires, or represents the fires of calcination moving through the realm of education. Pluto entered Sagittarius in 2007, and interestingly, it entered the fire constellation of Sagittarius with a fire planet of Mars. Now, if you look at what's happened to the educational system since about 2007, there have been a lot of changes, especially with the advent of online or distant learning. Pluto's going to be leaving the constellation of Sagittarius right around the winter solstice in 2024. So we still have a few years to burn through the impurities of our educational system before Pluto moves into the realm of Capricorn. Now, Pluto was discovered in 1930, and I would say that's the moment when Pluto was brought within the sphere, the realm of human conscious awareness. It's when we began to be aware that that was out there. And from my perspective, that's the point at which our thought vibrations begin to impart some influence on this planet and feel some of the influences that that planet has on us, our behavior and events down here on planet Earth. Now, if you think about what was going on in 1930 when Pluto was discovered, the whole economic system had been burned down, not just here in the United States, but to some degree the whole world. So Pluto seems to have had this effect, or it was discovered at a time when the economic system was burning down. It happens to have been in front of the constellation of Gemini. Gemini is connected with communication, exchange, and commerce. So it makes a lot of sense that Pluto would be have a calcining influence, burning things down within the realm of communication, exchange, and commerce. So now we can have a little fun if we go back in time a bit. If we think about we look at where Pluto is right now. It's right at the end of the realm of Sagittarius. When was the last time it was right here? It was 1772. Pluto takes about 250 years to go around the entire cycle of the zodiac. 1772, it was right where it is. It was harmonic with this year. What was going on in 1772? Those are the years leading up to the American Revolution. And one of the things that started and sparked the American Revolution was kind of a renaissance or revolution in thought. Guys like Thomas Paine, Thomas Jefferson wrote things about freedom and about the structure of government and about the rights of man. So with Pluto going through this realm of Sagittarius, which is about education and which is about learning and is connected with philosophy, this was a purification of philosophical underpinnings that would lead to the creation of a new structure, a Declaration of Independence and a United States Constitution that were the physical structures that held this abstract idea of government together at the very beginning. Very interestingly, in 1776, that's when Pluto made the transition from Sagittarius into the realm of Capricorn, which is the building of structure, the manifestation of ideas into the physical. That's going to happen again when Pluto comes into Capricorn in 2024, again right around the winter solstice. So I would look to the next few years philosophically to reflect what was going on in the early 1770s, where there was a revolution in thought related to our ideas about freedom and about the proper relationship between individuals and their government.